everyone. I'm Jesse Newman, Impact Program Director at the Nix Home Offices. In just a moment, you're going to be introduced to several important departments here at the Nix Home Office. We want you to meet the people that are in these departments and also understand what they do that will help you be successful in your ministry overseas with Nix. We are glad that you are a part of the larger Nix Oasis family, and we're looking forward again to your attendance at Impact this summer and helping prepare you for the ministry that God has called you to overseas.
Hi, my name is Bethany Fowler, and I'm the Marketing Director at the Nix Home Office. I work with mobilization and recruiting to recruit amazing talent. 47% of hires come from word of mouth, and that's where you come in. Let's talk about our rewards program. You should refer your friends and family because once they are on the field and hired by Nix and Oasis, you get $250 each for each new hire. Another way that you can help us is by social media. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Social media is such a huge marketing tool these days that your engagement with our social media platforms and even just content is such a huge help for us. It's a joy and honor to serve alongside y'all and look forward to meeting y'all one day soon. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Missy Parks, and I serve as the Member Care Coordinator at the Nix Oasis Home Office. I also serve in the School Operations Department. Today I'd like to talk to you about member care on the field. Member care provides and promotes help on the field, practical and pastoral care, so people will be able to serve effectively and unhindered in the areas of physical, social, emotional, and mental health. Each school is responsible for the care of the individual staff. On each campus, there is a local member care associate who, in addition with a member care team, provides care for the staff. My favorite part about member care is meeting and being able to be with all the people on the field to help them find their sweet spot and be able to thrive on the field. If you have questions about member care, you can go to the Nix website under the members portal. You can find me at Impact. You can talk to any of the local member care associates at your school or check with your school director.
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm the Finance Director at the Home Office here at Nix.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm the Financial Services Assistant part-time.
And I'm Kim, and I'm the Financial Services Assistant as well.
My role as Finance Director is to supervise and make sure that the folks like our teachers and our missionaries are paid their support and they get all of the reports and necessary correspondence from us. We work very closely with them.
Donna and I process support that comes in. I work with online donors. Donna works with mail-in donors. We also give reports to missionaries monthly to tell them what support they have received for the month. We make all the deposits into accounts, things like that. What else, Donna?
We process reimbursements, tuition payments, online and by check. We process any kind of donation that's coming to a school or to a missionary.
Project numbers are important because you will use them when you raise support. Some of you will raise additional funds when you go into the field, some of you won't, but everyone gets a project number and you should have already received the paperwork that went with that. Donna's going to tell you a little bit more about what you can use your project number for.
Okay, it doesn't have to be just your personal support if you're getting enough salary and you feel like, oh, I don't need extra support, but you can use it for ministry in your school. You can start a club. You can use it with your students, like just team building kind of things, give them a prize for some achievement. There's many ways you can use a little bit of extra money in your classroom.
I think the biggest thing is to always allow people here at home to participate in your mission work. Many people will never go overseas and do what you're doing, but they want to be a part of it. And being able to donate is a great way to do that.
There are many ways that you can donate to a missionary or to a school or to a special project at some schools. You can do it online with credit card, a debit card, or an e-check. You can mail in a check and designate where you want that special gift to go. You can also be set up on an automatic donation system that we do on the 5th, the 15th, and the 25th of each month.
One of the biggest things that I think we should mention is crowdfunding sites like GoFundMe. If you use one of these, just please be aware that the donations are not tax deductible. To be tax deductible, they have to come through NICS.
And one other thing, we've gotten calls before with people wanting a receipt after the fact that we don't even know about what you've done on GoFundMe, so we can't really help your donors in any way if you go off of the NICS site.
You will receive your support every month. We collect for a calendar month, and then your support is deposited into your U.S. bank account on the 15th following. For example, any support you raise the month of September will be deposited on October the 15th into your U.S. bank account. Right now, while you're in the field, all of your support is held until you get in country for where you're going, and then we will make one lump sum of a deposit of all of the money that you've raised thus far, and then we'll get you on our monthly system.
Also, you will receive 2 reports each month about your support. The first one on the 10th of the month will list all of your donor information, email addresses, physical addresses, all that, names. And then the second report will be the accounting report, and that will show you your net after all the fees and other things have been processed.
If you all have any questions, have any curious about your reports, what's on it, how to read it, you can email one of us. I'm Kim Ponder at nics.org.
Donna LaCroix at nics.org.
Or of course, Phil, which is Phil Hopkins at nics.org.
Thanks for telling me.
And we'd be glad to help you. You can call, but a lot of times the time zones are different, so email is probably the best way to reach us.
Hey everybody, my name's Dan Cooley and I'm the director of North Star Academy, the Network of International Christian Schools online school. And I just want to welcome you to Impact and thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today about what North Star does and how you can be involved with North Star. Okay, so what is this North Star? Well, North Star Academy is the online school for the Network of International Christian Schools. You guys are all over the world in brick and mortar schools teaching, and that's awesome. But we have a big group of about almost 80 teachers now that actually teach from their own homes here in the United States or even around the world to students that are all over in more than 90 countries. So that's who we are and what we do. It's 4th grade through 12th grade. So it's students at home that are maybe doing homeschool, or it's students at a brick and mortar partner school who maybe want to offer AP courses or honors courses or electives like Criminology 1 and 2 that they can't afford to hire someone for. So we come alongside them and we partner with their school to provide those courses and expand what they're able to do. And of course, there's homeschooling families that want to have that extra support that an online school can provide. So that's who we are and what we do. Okay, so what does that have to do with you at one of our brick and mortar NICS schools? Well, we often will hire North Star teachers through our other NICS schools. And so we have teachers, for example, in Bandung, Indonesia, and Brasilia, and all kinds of different places that are teaching a class for us while also teaching their full load right where they are. Now, of course, we would love for you to be a part of that, but you can't do that without your director's permission, and especially your first year of being on site at your school. So this is something that would be more future oriented, but when you hear this whole thing about North Star, we just want you to know what that's about and how you might be able to be involved as a teacher for North Star. So if you are interested in being a part of North Star, how are you going to find out what jobs are available? Well, on our website, through the NICS website, you can go on and look at openings with North Star just like you can at any of the other brick and mortar schools. And when we have an opening, if you have the skills that are necessary for that, you can put in an application for that just like any other position, and you'll go through the process. Some of that process, if it's something you've just gone through in the last year or so, you don't have to redo. But you would still put your name in, almost like a transfer situation, but you're not actually transferring. But We do have North Star teachers from our NIC schools all over that have done the process. So if you're interested, definitely keep an eye out and we can help you through that process. So there's a whole nother aspect of North Star besides me just trying to recruit teachers right off the bat. And that is, how is North Star helping your school do what it does? Well, not only NIC schools, but schools all over the world will partner with North Star because those brick and mortar schools don't have enough resources, teachers, or whatever the case may be to actually staff for certain courses, like maybe it's AP microeconomics, and you have, little Johnny, or not so little Johnny in this case, that wants to take an AP macroeconomics class. Well, hey, there might be only 1 or 2 kids. You're not going to staff that with a teacher. And so we can come alongside your school and help provide those courses for the kids at your program. Now, that has a little special possibility for you. You might be assigned, and this is really important to understand, you might be assigned at some point under that whole clause of other duties as assigned to be a supervisor for North Star classes that are happening at your school. If that is the case, you'll be trained in how to do that and you'll be given time to do that. And then you come alongside those students who are taking North Star courses, but at your brick and mortar school, and help them with accountability and support and all of those kinds of things. So that's another way that you might get tapped to be involved with North Star. So thank you for listening, really appreciate it, and I hope that at some point our paths cross, whether that's just at the open house tour or if at some point we get to interact with each other because you come on board with the team. If you ever have any questions or wonder more about what we're doing and who we are, you can look us up on our website, northstar-academy.org, or you can email me, Daniel Cooley, at northstar-academy.org, and I'd be happy to share more information with you. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of Impact and that you are excited about what God has for you moving forward as you go on the field. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
Hi, I'm Al English. I am the Support Services Coordinator for the schools. I serve here in the home office primarily for the health insurance. TICARE GBG provides worldwide coverage for you as you serve overseas, and that's regardless of whether you're at the school where you're going to be serving or you're leading a team on a missions trip or any type of trip, you're covered. We have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week designated customer service phone number for our members, so you'll have access to them around the clock. Our policy year runs July 1 through June 30. That's your deductible starts July the 1st and runs through June 30, and it accrues throughout the year. If you need a prescription for a medication that you can't get where you're going to be serving, you can get a 365-day prescription. It has to be written by your doctor that way, and you can get that filled at a network pharmacy before you leave for the field. When you arrive at Impact, you will receive a packet that looks like this. That's your member packet. It has your member ID card and information specific to the school where you'll be serving. If you have any questions, the TICARE representative will be available for 2 days during Impact at the beginning, and will also be available to meet with you individually and privately.
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia Zeidema and my title is Director of Academic Development here at Nix Oasis. There are several things that I do around here. I want to share them with you. But before I do that, I just want to say that we are really looking forward to having you come and be with us at Impact. We are working hard to prepare a wonderful time for you. Well, my role here at Nix involves about 5 different areas, and over the course of about 3 years or so, I have the opportunity to be in all of our schools. The first thing that I do is to monitor our school's compliance to accreditation requirements by our network. So I spend a considerable amount of time working with our schools as an evaluator and trainer to make sure those processes are in place and completed. A second thing that I do spend quite a bit of time with is to monitor our school's compliance with the standards of best practice, and those are geared toward academic leadership and teaching and learning standards. Third thing I work with has to do with curriculum development and anything related to the teaching and learning areas, and that might involve things such as MAP testing,
Measures of academic progress are what we use across the network, as well as we use a curriculum mapping program called Rubicon Atlas, and all of our schools, or most of our schools, use those processes. So I work in that area as well. A fourth thing I do is to work with the Child Safety Department, and Jesse Newman is the chair of that, and I assist him. And then finally, I work with Dr. Dwayne Shobe, who is our Vice President for School Operations, to help him, assist him in supervising our leaders across the country. One thing that I wanted to mention again is an organization called the Association of Christian Schools International. And I know I said a little bit ago that all of our schools are required, when possible, if they're in a country that allows for it, our schools are required to be accredited through the Association of Christian Schools International, or ACSI. Now this is important for all of us because throughout your time in our schools, you will be working with ACSI in one way or another. But it's important to know that NICS owns and operates schools. ACSI doesn't. So our 17 NICS schools we own and operate, as opposed to ACSI supporting schools worldwide. Occasionally, a teacher or a leader from around the network will have a question about certification, recertification in their states or province, and I'm always happy to help try to figure out what needs to happen in those cases. But additionally, I field questions about all kinds of topics, and I'm very willing to do the research and to find what it is that you need to help. So it could be a lesson plan, it could be a syllabus for a particular course, it could be you're trying to write an AP and need examples, all of those kinds of things I'm very happy to help with.